Okay, I know it's been a minute since I've done a review. Actually, how long has it even been since I've done a review? It's been a month!
I can't slow down, shouting loud, got me running red lights. Oh, I just can't get you out of my mind.
Yo, what is up, guys? I'm back and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we are finally getting into the age of the primes. I am so excited to be able to get into this, guys. If you guys don't know, I am a massive fan of the 13 primes. I've loved the idea of the 13. I've studied them, a lot of them pretty well, and now they're getting official figures from Hasbro, so this is gonna be awesome. And the first figure that we're gonna be taking a look at, I figured that why not start off with the leader of the primes, the first Transformer and the Warrior of Light, being Prima, or Prima Prime as they call him, but let's be honest, it's Prima. So, a lot of people had a little bit of controversy regarding mainly the face sculpt, but overall he looked really good. But how's Prima in my opinion? Well, let's not waste any time and let's get straight into the review. And here we are with Prima, the first of the 13 primes and the Warrior of Light. And to be honest, this was one of those figures that on first glance I didn't think would be that great, but after watching reviews and feeling around this guy myself, he is genuinely one of the more surprising and well articulated primes, and I'm very happy with how much love went into this guy. And we'll go ahead and get into more detail about that, guys, as we get into this figure, so let's get into it. So to begin with, we're going to be taking a look here at Prima's packaging. As you can see, we got a really nice render here of Prima up front. We got the Transformers, Age of the Primes, his symbol, the 13, Prima Prime, Hasbro. On the side of the box, we have a really nice look here at 3 of the primes, being Prima, Vector Prime, and Alpha Trion, with their symbols on top. Till all are one. Age of the Primes, he is a Voyager class. On this side of the box, we have another really nice render of Prima Prime, Transformers, Age of the Primes. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the top, we have the 13 and Prima. On the back of the box, you do, of course, get your obligatory product shot, 20 steps, robot mode, truck mode, or I think that's a truck mode. We do get the Star Saber and the Matrix of Leadership. We'll get into that a little bit later. But with that, guys, let's take a look at the figure. And here we are, guys, with Prima, the first of the 13 primes and the Warrior of Light, done in some very well done detailing. This guy has details all over his body, and I absolutely love it. I love how they took the body build from the Commandant Primus, while the head sculpt is more based off of the G1 design, which for some reason they go really well together. I don't really get how that works, but he still looks overall fantastic. So how does his articulation stand? Well, you do get a ball joint at the head. You can move his head up and down. You do get a full 360 at the shoulder. The arm can move out. This shoulder piece is on double hinge joint, so you can move it in and out, or you can just move it up and down, up to you. The arm can move out. You do get a swivel here. You get a beyond 90-degree bend at the elbow. You do get a wrist swivel, and surprisingly, you actually get posable fingers. Well, posable hand, I should say, but it's still amazing how they actually put that in. The waist is on a swivel. You can move these skirts out of the way. The leg can kick up a little bit beyond, if not directly at 90 degrees. The back leg can kick out about that far. You do, of course, get a beautiful spread, swivel at the thigh, bend at the knee, up and a little bit down at the ankle, and you do get a very impressive pivot. So overall, the articulation on this guy is pretty much worthy of a prime, and I'm really glad that they went all out with the detailing and the articulation for Prima. For being the first of the 13 primes, I feel like it was well deserved. Now, taking a look at his accessories, first off, we do have the Star Saber, which I honestly love the way that they did the Star Saber, and I like how it actually has the symbol right there. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Yeah, that's good enough. But yeah, just overall, the detailing is very well done. I love it. I love the translucent blue for the blade, and I love the hilt. But you'll notice there's a little piece here that looks like it's for a certain second object. Well, before I show that off, guys, you can obviously go ahead and put the sword in Prima's hand, and you can do some amazing dynamic poses with that. It's just truly incredible, and obviously the articulation helps with that as well. But if you don't want him holding the sword, you can take this larger peg and plug it back here, Like so. Unfortunately, you can't really put it on like the main back, so he is just kind of holding it like that. But thanks to the articulation, you can make it look like he is reaching for the blade, which I do really enjoy that. I love it when figures can actually go to their backs to reach the blades. It just makes them that much better, for at least my opinion. But like I said, you guys will notice that there is a certain piece there. Well, if we go ahead and flip open the chest, you do get the Matrix of Leadership, which, although it is a little bland, it still looks really good. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if you guys have this problem as well, but the Matrix likes to be stuck in there, so I often have to use the Star Saber to begin to pry it out because it does not like to come out. But as you can see, he has a lot of great detailing inside as well. And taking a closer look here at the Matrix of Leadership, it is just based off of the Earthrise Matrix of Leadership, but this looks pretty identical to other Matrix of Leaderships, and I'm honestly not even against that. And obviously, you can actually put the Matrix of Leadership on the Star Saber, which is an absolutely incredible detail. And the Matrix alone makes some amazing dynamic poses, which is another thing I really love about Prima Prime. So yeah, guys, overall, the articulation, the sculpting, the accessories are all amazing. But how about his scale? Well, let's get into that. For some comparisons, we're going to go ahead and start off with the usual TF1 Megatron and Optimus Prime. Since I know a lot of you guys will most likely own these figures, you can get a good idea of the scaling between Prima, Optimus, and Megatron. Here he is next to the Rise of the Beast Voyager class Optimus Prime, and I don't know what it is, but I honestly like this scaling a lot. I don't know why, but I do. This is a really nice scaling between the both of them. Here he is next to the Leader class Rise of the Beast Scourge with the DNA design, both upgrade kits actually attached on. Finally, here he is next to the 86 Commander class Optimus Prime. So, there you go. Now then, getting to Prima Prime's transformation, it's a pretty simple one. So, you want to go and start off by taking the arms and fold the fist in, like so. So just take this outer piece here, fold it out, and then fold in the fist, like so. Then you want to take both these pieces and attach them to each other. And then you want to fold the torso around. You want to bring the head down and also bring out the wheels, like so. There we go. Alrighty, then you want to rotate these pieces 180 degrees, like so. And then you want to line up this slot with this tab. So just go ahead and line those up. There we go. And then you want to take the chest, fold it down a little bit. You want to make sure that it doesn't go all the way down, just by like one notch. You want to try to get the chest underneath these pieces. And then once everything's lined up, you want to drop these two slots on these two tabs. Assuming everything is properly in place. Alright, and then there is a slot on the inner piece of the shoulder that will tab into that tab, like so. And then that is the front of the truck mode. So next up, you want to tab the back legs together, bring the wheels out, like so. Fold the feet until they tab into those bottom pieces. So you just want to bring this down until, oh, and make sure you watch the skirt pieces, but you just want to bring all that in, and then you want to line up this slot with this tab right here. So just line it up on both sides, and then there you go. And there is Prima Prime in his alternate mode, his Cybertronian truck mode. And as you can see, the detailing from the robot mode works out super well in the truck mode. This just looks absolutely phenomenal. And I love all the detail that they've added to this thing. It's just incredible how well this can look, especially for like a concept Cybertronian truck. He looks amazing. Now, in case you're wondering, you can take the Star Saber and you can actually This is actually, I'm no joke, this is actually something you can do. I don't know why, but it is. And then obviously, now, if you have the matrix in the matrix chamber, that is fine. It's a little harder to access the matrix chamber, so can't quite do that. But you can take the Star Saber and split it in half, and you can take the sword hilt and plug it onto the back. In case you're wondering where that goes, there is a peg right on the inside there. So you can just plug in the Star Saber, and then I believe you're meant to plug it in on this side, but you want to make sure the matrix chamber is facing, or like the matrix holder is facing towards you, like so. Now, in case you're wondering about the wheels kind of like being out like that, that is unfortunately normal. Nothing I can really do about that, but that's where you can do for weapon storage. Now, there is one more function with Prima, is that you can actually fold the wheels up. Yes, the back wheels can be folded up as well, to create what looks honestly like a hover mode, which I'm not gonna lie to you, this looks cool, but it's a little goofy. So you can literally make a hover mode, which is honestly not even what I would have expected out of a figure like this, but hey, gimmicks are gimmicks. But with that, guys, that is my review of Prima Prime, so let's go ahead and go to my overall thoughts, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts on this figure. And there you go, guys, that is my review of Prima, the first of the 13 primes. Now, what are my overall thoughts on him? Well, pros, I honestly love the overall sculpt of the figure. Like, he feels dense, his plastic feels amazing, and he looks absolutely incredible on a shelf. He looks so good. The articulation is also really nice, to where you can get a lot of dynamic poses, which can lead to a very well done figure. And the transformation is simple yet complex in the best ways possible, and it makes me just love the figure that much more. The only negative I have is that the wheels being out of place can be a little annoying, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. So, my overall thoughts, if I had to rank this figure on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd have to give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's honestly an amazing figure, and a new piece I'm going to be doing for Age of the Prime specifically is, did they do this Prime justice? And to that, I'm going to answer for Prima Prime, yes. For the Voyager scaling, the amount of love that went into this guy, I honestly think they did Prima justice. And I'm excited to see what they do for the future of the Primes, because obviously, 1 down, 12 to go. And I'm really curious to see what they do for the future of the Primes. But with that, guys, that marks the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash the subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below what is your favorite of the 13 primes. I will tell you my favorite of the primes when I review him, because his review could be most likely going to be in the next couple of months, maybe, who knows. And let me know your guys' thoughts on Prima in particular. I'd really love to know. But with that, guys, I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good day, have a good night, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. This is Optimus endorsing Thundermus Prime. It's prime time.